Is there a colossal creature lurking beneath the tranquil waters of Scotland's Loch Ness? Could the countless tales of the Loch Ness Monster hold a grain of truth? Welcome to the enigma that is the Loch Ness Monster, a mystery that has captivated the world for centuries, a tale of a creature so elusive and yet so enthralling. In the heart of the Scottish Highlands lies a body of water known as Loch Ness. It's an expanse of fresh water, stretching 23 miles long, a mile wide, and with depths reaching nearly 800 feet. But Loch Ness is not just known for its picturesque landscapes or tranquil waters. It is believed to be the home of a creature so extraordinary that its mere existence challenges the boundaries of our understanding. The creature in question is affectionately known as Nessie, a supposed inhabitant of the loch, said to be of a serpentine nature. Descriptions of Nessie vary, but most accounts depict a creature with a long neck, a humped back, and flippers, a creature larger than anything that should rightfully inhabit the loch. Some say it's a relic from the time of the dinosaurs, a plesiosaur perhaps, that has somehow survived into modern times. Others suggest it's a giant eel or even a misidentified tree trunk. Theories abound, but the truth remains elusive. The mystery of the Loch Ness Monster is not just about Nessie itself. It's about the place it is said to inhabit. Loch Ness, with its dark, peat-stained waters, holds an air of mystery and intrigue that seems fitting for such a creature. It's a place that whispers of ancient legends and hidden truths, a place that seems to hold its secrets close. And so, the question remains, is there a colossal creature lurking beneath these tranquil waters? Could the tales of the Loch Ness Monster hold a grain of truth? Or is it all just a myth, a legend spun by the fireside on cold Highland nights? Dive with us into the depths of this mystery as we unravel the story of the Loch Ness Monster. And our tale begins back in 565 AD, with the first recorded sighting of the creature. In the ancient times, a man known as Saint Columba was said to have encountered this enigmatic beast. Saint Columba, a revered Irish missionary, was no ordinary man. He was a figure of great influence, a spiritual guide who played a pivotal role in spreading Christianity throughout Scotland. Now, let's dive into the details of this encounter. Our story tells that Saint Columba was on a mission to convert the Picts, a group of Celtic-speaking people. During his journey, he came upon the banks of the River Ness. It was here, amid the serene Highland landscape, that a fearsome creature of the deep made its appearance, causing a great uproar. The tale goes, a local man was swimming across the river when the beast attacked. All who watched were frozen in fear, but not Saint Columba. With a powerful command, he rebuked the creature, sending it back into the depths from whence it came. His actions that day not only saved the man, but also marked the first recorded encounter with the Loch Ness Monster. But the story doesn't end there. Sightings of the creature would continue to surface throughout the centuries. From the water horse tales of the Scottish folklore to the accounts of modern-day tourists, the Loch Ness Monster has remained a constant figure of fascination and debate. In the 17th century, there were tales of a kelpie, or water horse, that would trick travelers into riding on its back, only to drag them under the water. In the 19th century, stories circulated of an anomaly in the loch, and in the 20th century, the sightings skyrocketed, leading to a surge of interest and speculative theories. Despite the years that have passed, the intrigue surrounding the Loch Ness Monster only deepened. From a single encounter in 565 AD to countless sightings in the present day, this elusive creature of the deep continues to captivate us, stirring our curiosity and fueling our imagination. Fast forward to the 1930s, the Loch Ness Monster was no longer just a local legend. This was the era when the world started to take notice. Sightings surged, and the creature that was once whispered about in hushed tones by the locals of Scotland began to make headlines worldwide. In the heart of this surge was an iconic image that many associate with Nessie to this day, the surgeon's photograph. Captured in 1934, this image, with its dark, humped figure emerging from the misty waters, sparked a global sensation. It was taken by a respected British surgeon, adding a layer of credibility that made the image hard to dismiss. The surgeon's photograph was just the beginning. The 30s saw a wave of other notable sightings. Each alleged encounter stoked the flames of intrigue and curiosity. The world was in the grip of Nessie fever, and the media was more than willing to fan the flames. From grainy photos to eyewitness accounts, every scrap of evidence was devoured by a public hungry for the extraordinary. The Loch Ness Monster was no longer a Scottish curiosity. It had become a global phenomenon. It was a story that transcended borders, capturing the imagination of people from all walks of life. Yet, as the world's fascination grew, so did the skepticism. With every sighting, every photograph, every tale of a monstrous creature lurking in the depths of Loch Ness, there were those who questioned, those who doubted, those who saw not a monster, but a myth, a legend, a hoax. As the world's fascination grew, so did the efforts to prove or debunk the existence of the monster. In our quest for answers, modern science has taken the helm. Determined to uncover the truth, scientists have embarked on numerous investigations to find the elusive Loch Ness Monster. One of the most popular methods has been sonar explorations. These underwater sound waves have scanned the depths of Loch Ness, returning with intriguing, though inconclusive, results. In the late 20th century, multiple sonar scans revealed large, unidentifiable objects moving beneath the surface. Though these findings ignited a flurry of excitement, skeptics were quick to point out that they could be anything from floating debris to large fish. But sonar isn't the only tool in our investigative arsenal. We've also turned to the very waters of Loch Ness itself for answers. DNA sampling, specifically environmental DNA or eDNA, has become a key player in the hunt for the Loch Ness Monster. This method involves analyzing tiny fragments of DNA left behind by organisms in their environment. In this case, the murky waters of Loch Ness. In a groundbreaking study in 2019, scientists collected and analyzed water samples from different depths and locations throughout the loch. The results were fascinating, revealing a rich biodiversity including everything from bacteria to large fish. Yet no evidence of a large unknown marine reptile like the infamous Loch Ness Monster was found, which brings us to the theories. Some propose that the monster could be a giant eel, as eel DNA was found in abundance in the samples. Others suggest it might be a large fish or an optical illusion created by boat wakes or floating logs. Perhaps the most outlandish theory is that the Loch Ness Monster is a surviving member of an extinct species of aquatic dinosaurs known as plesiosaurs. However, this theory is widely dismissed due to lack of substantial evidence. While these investigations have shed light on the Loch Ness ecosystem, the question remains, is the Loch Ness Monster real? Today, the debate on the existence of the Loch Ness Monster is as alive as ever. There's a fascinating dichotomy at play here. On one hand, we have the skeptics, the rationalists, those who demand empirical evidence before they're willing to believe. To them, the Loch Ness Monster is nothing more than a myth, a tall tale spun by imaginative minds and perpetuated by wishful thinking. On the other hand, we have the believers, those who claim to have caught a glimpse of the elusive creature, or who simply choose to believe in the possibility of its existence. They argue that the sheer volume of sightings over the years, coupled with the depth and murkiness of Loch Ness, make it entirely plausible that a large, unidentified creature could be lurking beneath the surface. But it's not just about belief or disbelief. The Loch Ness Monster, real or not, has become a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of the mysteries that our world still holds. It's a narrative that has been woven into the fabric of our collective consciousness, and it's a story that continues to be told, generation after generation. The debate has also had a tangible impact on the local economy. Loch Ness, with its stunning landscapes and its legendary monster, attracts hundreds of thousands of tourists each year, boosting local businesses and contributing significantly to the Scottish tourism industry. In the end, the truth about the Loch Ness Monster may remain shrouded in mystery. Some may argue that the lack of definitive proof is proof in itself that the monster does not exist. Others may counter that absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. But one thing is certain: the debate is far from over. Whether fact or fiction, the Loch Ness Monster continues to captivate us, stirring our curiosity and sparking our imagination.